What it is, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD, and today we are here for BHD story time. Man, have I got a doozy in store for you guys, yo. Today's story is a story of one of my roommates literally trying to steal my girlfriend in front of me. Oh my God, yo, this story has a lot of twists and turns on it. Yo, but for the most part, we're going to be using these stories to turn into videos. What's up, guys? Hey, what's up, Mutant Uploads? Yo, what's up, LOIS? Hey, what's up, Devon? Yo, make sure to like this mug up. What? Yo, make sure to like this mug up, yo. All right, so we doing videos today. This is a story time this time. Yo, so with that being said, this is an interactive story. You know what I'm saying? So you guys in super chats do change the amount of details that we put in the stories. Because a lot of this stuff, I've been told by people and managers not to tell you guys. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, YT? What's up, Jaden? What's up, Josh? Hey, what's up? Yo, bet, for real. Hi, Josh. What's up? Hey, what's up, Jaden? Yo, that's cool that you're currently eating onion rings. Where'd you get your onion rings from, Brody? We're going to start the story time shortly. I've got a bunch of story times to tell you guys. You know what I'm saying? The story time of when my roommate literally tried to steal my girlfriend in front of me. You know what I'm saying? The story of when a dude humped my leg at the club. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy. You know what I'm saying? The story of when I got trapped in the stairwell, in a haunted stairwell at my job. You know what I'm saying? It's all the way wild. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Sit back, relax, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest your feet and your shoulders. You know what I mean? And we're not gonna say we're not gonna say the rest of it. So, with that being said, what it is, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD, and this is the story of when my roommate tried to steal my girlfriend in front of me. Bro, I feel like it takes a certain amount of gall to try to take a man's chick right in front of him, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, yo, so what happened was this. So, my homeboy, you know what I'm saying, not gonna say his name, you know what I'm saying? For attending Super Chat, we will unlock my homie's name. You know what I'm saying? He's my Caucasian homie. He introduced me to a couple of celebrities. One of the celebrities he introduced me to is this dude named White Chocolate, who's a street ball player, right? So he calls up some bad females, and he has them come through. Now, the bad females, they pull up. Hey, what's up, Jaden? What's up, KD? What's up, Damien? All right, you guys, everybody type a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear the audio and see me perfectly. Type a 2 in the chat if you guys can't hear the audio or see me perfectly. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, what's up? It's optimized. Yo, what's up? I'm sure. Yo, what's up? Shawarma is delicious. So, with that being said, he calls up some bad females. This one Asian chick and this one really bad, you know what I'm saying, black chick, man. Her name was, it was this light-skinned chick. We gonna say her name was Nala, right? Like Nala from The Lion King, you feel me? So, Nala shows up, you know what I'm saying? Nala, she's this black girl. She's in really good shape, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, but she likes to dance, you know what I'm saying? Now, I met Nala at this one party we threw. The party was so big, and bro, it was like Project X at my crib, man. You know what I'm saying? It was wild, and people was fighting. You know what I'm saying? People were swimming. Like, it was wild, bro. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, if we reach the first Super Chat milestone of 10 Super Chats of any amount, you know what I'm saying? We will immediately, I will tell you guys the details on the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. It was like 5 bachelorette parties in one. You know what I mean? A bunch of chicks came through. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so a college female basketball, the senior college female basketball teams came through, and they was just filled with bad females, man. It was this one chick that showed up. She had hazel eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like freaking, she was light skinned, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, with that being said, what time is it where you guys are at? And also, where are you guys from? For real, for real. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? The chick, so we got the two chicks came through. She brought her homegirl. Now, Nala brought her homegirl. You know what I'm saying? One girl for my homeboy Kyler, and Nala was for me. Now, Nala shows up. You know what I'm saying? She is dressed to impress. She is certified bad, bro. I'm talking, bro. She showed up. You know what I'm saying? Her stomach was all flat, but not too muscular. You know what I'm saying? Her personalities was all pushed up and mashed together. Like it was popping out the top of her sundress. Man, she was wearing a sundress that was curving her perfectly. Man, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, yeah. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she shows up, you know what I'm saying? She pulls through and, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby girl is just like a, so when she shows up, we all go into Kyler's room because he had the TV in there in that crib. Where I'm sitting, you know what I mean? I'm sitting in the chair. She's sitting in the chair. Kyler's sitting in the bed with his girl. So, you know, everything seems like it's on the up and up. Now, at the time, I had a good amount of roommates. You know what I mean? And at the time, one of my roommates, we're going to name him John. You know what I'm saying? Now, no, we're not going to name him John. We're going to name him Chris, right? So, Chris, you know what I mean? He was my roommate at the time, but he never freaking paid no bills, right? But I was doing a nice thing and just letting them stay there. Yo, type of one in the chat if you guys have any friends that you would just let stay with you for free and wouldn't even charge them any money. Type of two in the chat if you guys don't have anyone that you would let stay in your crib for free. Damn that. Damn all that. You know what I'm saying? What it is, Manny Krieger. Yo, what's up, Saj? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the compliment. What's up, Jordan? Yeah, yeah. What's up, George? What's up, Meru? What's up, Certified Duke? You know what I'm saying? See, that's what's up. See, we all the same. That's cool that you guys got people that you guys would let stay at your cribs. I do too. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I tell them, you know, I'm like, yo, you know, he's free. You're free to stay here. It's cool. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot of the stuff. He was into a lot of stuff that I was into, like streaming and editing and making videos and stuff. So I wasn't really tripping. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I mean? We're in the room with this chick, and he comes through, and he just walks in. He sits down on the chair next to the chick I was there with, and, you know, he just starts greeting and talking to people, right? So me and my date, Nala, we're talking, we're kicking it, we're chilling and whatnot. But unfortunately for us, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got into a little bitty argument. You know what I'm saying? Now, type of one in the chat if you guys have ever gotten into an argument with your date. Type of two in the chat if you have not been on a date in a minute, so you can't remember what it's like to get into an argument with a woman on a date. You know what I'm saying? Understandable. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Ones and twos in the chat, man. Hey, what's up, Mutant? What's up, Tess? What's up, Tocho? With that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, you know what I mean? So I give her a little bit of space to cool off because I didn't want her to get all mad at me and whatnot. So I went on to give her some space. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? So, baby girl, she's getting her space. She's at the other side of the room. She's talking. So my homeboy, he starts talking to her. They start talking. Next thing you know, they get up and leave the room together. And they go all the way across the house into his room, right? Oh, snap, it is raining. Yo, I didn't think it was going to rain today. Bro, it's like 103 degrees outside right now. Hey, yo, what temperature is it where you guys are at? You know what I'm saying? It's 103 degrees over her. For real, for real. Hey, what's up? What's up, Costello? What's up, Lewis? What's up, Trevino? What's up, Jovan? Hey, you guys got good energy. What's up, Pete Jazzy? What it is, homie? Yo, understandable. Yeah, yeah. Yo, yo. Yeah, yeah. Yo, that's wild that you had to fight a lizard, B. Jazzy. You know what I'm saying? I hope it wasn't the Geico gecko lizard. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? That's wild, Brody. Yo, so where'd you find the lizard at? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up? Too cool. Appreciate you for the compliment. For real, for real. What's up, Meru? You know what I'm saying? All right, so with that being said, the UNLV just started up out here. You know what I'm saying? So the college just started up. So type of 1 in the chat if I should enroll in a film course in college. Type of 2 in the chat if, you know, I should just focus on streaming. You know what I'm saying? Type of 3 in the chat if I should do both. For real, for real. We can definitely do both. Yo, so with that being said, I got some brand new story time videos coming out to you guys today. You know what I'm saying? I got some more story time videos coming out for you guys today. You know what I'm saying? I got some more story time videos coming out for you guys tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I recorded them a while ago. I'm editing on them mugs right now because, you know, I don't want to wait to find the editor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Yo, that's what's up. Yo, hey, what's up, Monarch? Yo, what's up, Anwell? What's up, B. Jezzy? What's up, Carlos? What it is, Burger Boy? What it is, Bubba Warren? What's up, Mr. Kane? All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? What time is it where you guys are at? And where are you guys from? You know what I'm saying? What time is it where you guys are at? And what state are you guys in? That way I can keep a lock on you guys' time zones. So, peep game, right? You know what I'm saying? So they done got up, left, and went inside of the homie's room, right? For a 10 in Super Chat, I will unlock his name for you guys. For a 20 in Super Chat, I'll put the nunchucks down and act this mug out dramatically. For a 50 in Super Chat, I'll pick up both my nunchucks and start nunchucking with both my nunchucks while I tell you guys this story. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I do. So, with that being said, you know, after about 5-10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So, for the first 5-10 minutes, I'm acting cool. I'm acting like it's not a big deal, right? It's not, you know what I'm saying? She's in his room. Okay, maybe they'll come back. 30 minutes later, I'm just like, yo, I've been sitting there. I'm wondering, yo, why is she in his room for this freaking long? What the hell is going on, man? Wait a minute, this is my house. What the hell? Yo! So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, 3? What's up, Obese? What's up, Yobo? What's up, Super Saiyan Sosa? What's up, Marcane? What it is, y'all? Hey, so what's you guys' favorite? If you guys could get any fast food right now, what fast food would you get? For me, it would be Wingstop. Lemon pepper wings. Oh my God. Or Chick-fil-A. Bruh, if one of you guys could send me Chick-fil-A, you guys would be the savior of everything. For real, for real. What's up, J-Dub? What's up, Sebastian? What's up, Charlie? What's up, Aduck? You know what I'm saying? All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Our number one viewer for today so far is Mr. Kane. You are our number one. You are number one in front of everybody with 75 XP. Joel Young, you are number 2. You know what I'm saying? And Mutant Uploads, you are number 3. So what would you guys do in that situation? Type a 1 in the chat if you would just sit there and wait. If your date that was really attractive went into a different room with your roommate. Type a 2 in the chat if you get up and run after her. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, bitch. I love you. Please love me, filthy bitch. Come back, filthy bitch. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Which one would you guys choose? For real, for real. Ranch? Bro, always ranch. Ranch or blue cheese? Always ranch. Yo, type a 1 in the chat if ranch tastes delicious pretty much on all meats. Type a 2 in the chat if ranch is only delicious on hot wings, chicken tenders, chicken fingers, you know what I'm saying? And basically everything chicken. For real, for real. Yo. Hey, what's up, Hasty? Yo, what's up, Mr. Kane? Hey, thank you. Yo, what's up, Lowbrow Warrior? What it is, bro? What's up? I'm telling you guys the story of, you know what I'm saying, of when I was dating this girl, you know what I'm saying, and she went into the room with my freaking roommate. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? She goes into the room with my roommate. It's been 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? What would you guys do in that situation? Understandable. We got a 1. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Kane says 1. Jovan Blake says 1. Lowbrow Warrior says 1. Joel Young says 1. You know what I'm saying? Jay says 3. He can't count. Glassy says 3. Poor thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's spinning this dope. Hey, that's what's up. All right. So, with that being said, I'm just like, yo. All right, so for 15 super chat, I'll pick up both my nunchucks and, you know what I'm saying, use both my nunchucks. So, yo, so type of 1 in the chat if you guys want me to use both my nunchucks while I tell these stories. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want me to keep using 1 nunchuck while I tell these stories. Yeah, yeah. We leave it to the peoples. For real, for real. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right, so with that being said, tell me which one number 1 was. Okay, so I'm sitting there, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting nervous because at this point she's been in there for like 45 minutes. So as if to relieve my frustrations and anxiety at the time, my roommate walks into the room and he tells me, hey, you know, can you come talk to me out here real quick? Yo, W's in the chat to Monarch. Yo, W's in the chat to Monarch. Yo, that's awesome, Brody. Yo, that's what's up. That you just want to be number 1 on the leaderboard. Understandable, Monarch. Yo, hey, W's in the chat, everybody. Yo, let's all congratulate Monarch. He is number 1. Yo, I didn't know. So 10 in super chat is 500 XP. I did not know that. Now, with that being said, for every 10 in super chat, we unlock a new secret about the story I'm telling. Monarch just unlocked a new secret, and that secret is this chick that I went out with and hung out with and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Her friend, I was close to boning her friend. You know what I'm saying? And I never told. She doesn't know that. Her friend hit me up in the DMs and was like, yo, like, we gotta hang out. Kyler, my homeboy's date. You know what I'm saying? She hit me up in the DMs and she was way better than Nala. The only reason why I didn't hang out with her was because she was the homie's girl. She was the homie's date. You know what I'm saying? Look, for 20 in super chat, we'll unlock the real reason why I didn't hang out with her. And I'll tell you guys the straight up truth. So, yo, W's in the chat to Monarch. All right, so with that being said, I'm sitting there. Hey, what's up, certified dude? What's up, low brown warrior? Yo, what's up, certified? Hey, what's up, Davin? Yo, what's up, Melly? Yo, what's up, J-Boy? Yo, what's up, Funny? What's up, Mr. Kane? Hey, thank you for the compliment, Funny Man. For real, for real. Yo, appreciate you, bros. Hey, thanks for the compliment, yo. Hey, so once we reach 40 more in super chat, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to pick up both nunchucks, and we going to nunchuck with both them mugs while I tell y'all stories. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? W's in the chat, the Monarch. All right, type of 1 in the chat. If everybody who super chats, you guys want me to put that person as a character in the story, as long as they let me know if they want to be an extra, if they want to be a background extra, if they want to be a main hero, or if they want to be a villain. Type of 1 in the chat. If you guys want to put anybody that super chats into the story as a character, as long as they describe who they want. Type of 2 in the chat. If you guys don't want to put anybody who's super chats name in the story as an extra character. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, that's what's up. Yo, that's what's up that you love that Nancy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Hey, so yo, where are you guys from? And what time is it where you guys are at? Okay, so the homie, so at this point, the homie comes out, he grabs me, and he's like, yo, you know what I mean? He's like, yo, hey, come with me out here to the living room. Let's talk real quick. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now I'm going to keep it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was pissed. I was fuming. You know what I'm saying? I almost hit myself in the eyeball with that one. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to show that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, you know what I mean? Like, not overreact. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. So 20 in super chat. I'll describe to you guys how mad I really was at this situation. For 30 in super chat, I'll tell you guys why that pisses me off so freaking bad. And I'll explain to you guys, I'll give you guys another scenario of when that happened to me and I was super duper mad. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm talking to homie and I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So like, yo, like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yo, yeah, so now when she came to me, she said she wants to spend the night in my room. You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat, if when someone tells you that you know what I mean, that your date wants to spend the night in their room, you would just be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? You just be cool. Type of two in the chat, if your roommate ever said that, you know, asked you if your date could spend the night in his room, you would just beat him up. You know what I'm saying? Type of three in the chat, if your roommate asked you if your date could spend the night in their room, would you just throw them out? You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat, just let it happen. Type of two, fight them. Type of three, throw them both out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, W. Understandable. So, with that being said, he's telling me, he's like, yeah, man, she said she just wants to spend the night in my room tonight. And I'm like, yo, like, okay, so, and it took me like about a good 4 or 5 minutes to figure out what this was, right? To figure out why this was making me so freaking mad. And I'm like, yo, you know, and after a while, I was like, you know what? How about this? She can spend the night in your room, but you've got to go with her in the morning when she leaves. You know what I'm saying? If she spends the night in your room, you've got to get out in the morning. You've got to go. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, wait, but that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what do you mean that's not fair? And he's like, that's not fair to me. So, yo, type of one in the chat if that's fair. Type of two in the chat if that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, he's living here for free. I mean, yeah, he was living there for free. And yeah, you know, he wasn't paying any bills or utilities. But, you know, he should be allowed to, you know, have my dates in his room, you know, and do whatever that they're supposedly not going to do in my house while I pay all the bills. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So, yo, yeah. That don't make no damn sense. So, hey, what's up? What's up? Yo, what's up, wise man? What's up, Slav? Yeah. Hey, what it is, homie? Yo, what's up, streaming? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Melly? Yo, hope you guys are having a productive day, man. Hope you guys are having a great day. Y'all kicking it with your fams. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chilling. Y'all hanging out with your peoples. All that good stuff. So, with that being said, I tell homie, I'm like, bro, look, you know what I mean? She's not staying the night in your room. And he's like, come on, bro. You know, I'm not going to do nothing with her. I'm not going to do nothing with her, man. I'm not going to do nothing. Type of one in the chat if he was probably going to try to do something with her. Type of two in the chat if he was not going to do nothing with her. But that's what he told me. He's like, what? I'm not going to do nothing with her, man. I'm just going to hang out with her. You know, we're not going to do nothing. I'm like, bruh, if you don't get the hell out of here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's obvious that that's what that is. It's bullshit. It's flu-flametry. It's confuzzling. It's all types of stuff that's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So with that being said, I'm just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So what would you guys do if, because I'm going to keep it real with y'all. This chick was a 10 out of 10. She was a 10 out of 10 in my eyes. And I'm shallow. She was a 10 out of 10. She looked good. She smelled good. She had tattoos. She had hazel eyes. Nah. And he's like, bro, I've never even been with a black girl. I'm not going to do nothing with her. And I asked him, I'm like, yo, okay, so let me tell you this. So what would you do? So I asked him, I'm like, yo, oh my God. So I asked him, I'm like, yo, so if she took off all of her clothes and just, you know, came at you and jumped on you, you know what I'm saying? Would you do it? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I asked him that to his face, looked him dead in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? For 20 in Super Chat, I'll tell you exactly what he said. For 30 in Super Chat, I will act out exactly what he did and what let me know that he was planning on trying to smash my chick, smash my girl in my house, you know what I'm saying, in front of me. Pretty much. I mean, it's not in front of me, but it's inside of my house. Good Lord. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine what you guys would do in that situation. Like, how would you respond? You know, like, because he was trying to be respectful about it, but there's nothing respectable about boning your landlord's date in his house, you know, while he's paying all the bills and whatnot. That's wilding. That's completely wilding. All right, so with that being said, if you guys have any questions or any stories you guys want to tell me, super chat them through. That way I can read them live in front of everybody. My bad, y'all. I did forget to put the link in I forgot to put the link to the direct dono in the doobity doo. Yeah. All right, so yo, W's in the chat, the Bubba Warren. Hey, what it is, Brody? Yo, W's in the chat, the Bubba Warren. Yo, appreciate you, homie. We're going to turn on some light real quick so that y'all can see me. There we go. Yo, W's in the chat, the Bubba Warren. Hey, what's up, y'all? Yo. Hey, appreciate you. All right, so for attending Super Chat, I will roast the trolls. For real, for real. We gonna flame broil them today, man. Yo. So, yo, what you guys getting into today? What errands you guys running? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you guys the rest of the story. You know what I'm saying? I got you guys. So, with that being said, the dude, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, Nala, she's acting like she doesn't, you know what I'm saying, really wanna, you know what I'm saying? She's okay, so now this entire time I'm talking to him about this, Nala is inside of his room still. So I let him know, based on his response, you know what I'm saying, which for 20 in Super Chat will unlock and tell you guys exactly what his response was. I'll let you guys know his body language, all of that. For 30 in Super Chat, I will act out his body language and how scared he was when he was telling me this stuff. Because I told him, I was like, bro, I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If either you let her out your room, you know what I'm saying, or you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to leave with her in the morning. Not only will you have to leave with her in the morning, but you know what I mean? Like, if you try to stay longer than the morning, you know, I'm going to have to give you the hands. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have to put feet on them. You know what I'm saying? You know, so type of 1 in the chat if that sounds pretty fair. Type of 2 in the chat if that's not fair at all. Oh, yo, did you guys hear? Apparently Myron from Fresh and Fit just got accused of being in the dudes, and he's like trying to combat it by saying that that's not what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, you guys, what time is it where you guys are at? And also, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are you guys from? Yo. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Most definitely. Thank you for the compliment, Brody. For real. Yo, that's what's up. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? All right, so we just got the links up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That way, if you guys do want to super chat to your boy, you guys can super chat to me directly. You know what I'm saying? If you guys do super chat to me directly, you know what I'm saying? It's with double the points than when you super chat it directly through. But YouTube does keep the leaderboard. So if you guys do super chat directly through the link, make sure to let me know, you know what I'm saying, by saying, check your tip jar, BHD. You know what I'm saying? For the biggest freaking shout out. For real. Hey, I appreciate you, Warren. That guy's super popular. Do I freestyle? You know what I'm saying? If the super chat's appropriate, I will freestyle. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah. Yep. I definitely never talk to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Never. So, what's up, Free Hides? What's up, Joel? Yo, what's up? Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you for the compliment, Preston. That dude is super duper popular, man. Appreciate you for the compliment. Yeah. All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying, we do not talk about any religion or politics. Religion or politics will get you banned. You know what I'm saying? We do not do any of that. You feel me? All right, so because it always just ends up as an argument in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Of what's what and what's where. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? The dude, you know what I'm saying? Like after that, okay, so this is what happened. He leaves, you know what I'm saying? And then he goes back in the room. And then, you know, he comes back and he's like, okay, but look, man, you know, please, could you stay? Yo, W's in the chat to Andreas. W's in the chat. Appreciate you, yo. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to let me know if you guys send anything through the super chat link, because I do check my super chat. You know what I'm saying? And that comes directly to us. That way we ain't got to pay a bunch of taxes. That goes directly towards upgrading all of our streaming equipment. You know what I'm saying? Getting posters on the wall. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? Hot Cheetos and whatnot. It all goes to the Hot Cheeto Fund. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? After he tells me this, he comes back and he's like, yo, you know, I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. Like, she told me that, you know, she just really wants to stay in my room tonight. Please, come on, man. Can she just stay in my room? And I'm like, look, like I said, she can stay in your room, but in the morning, you got to leave with her. So then he's like, really? I'm like, yes, you got to leave with her. So he's like, God damn it. So then he goes back into his room. He comes back. You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys. Yo, so what do you guys want? What do you... Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want me to tell you a crazier story once we reach the super chat milestone of 38 more in super chat. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want me to nunchuck using both my nunchucks and tell you guys a crazier story when we reach the 50 in super chat, which is 38 more in super chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up, bros. Yo, appreciate you for the compliment, bro. Yo, so for a 10 in super chat, I will roast the trolls. You know what I'm saying? So where are you guys from? And what time is it where you guys are at? You know what I'm saying? Up? Yep. Yeah, I told you guys, my mod squad is up in there. You know what I mean? I would, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, appreciate you. W's in the chat to the mod squad for keeping the comment section nice and clean, just in case people is up in there being wild. Hey, what's up, Wuzzy? Yo, appreciate having you back, Wuzzy. It's good to see you, Brody. Appreciate you from your super chest the other day, Brody. You got good energy. What's up, Pastor? All right, so the girl, you know what I'm saying? So my homeboy goes back into the back room. Then, you know, the girl that I was on a date with, you know, Nala, she comes out and he comes out with her. You know what I'm saying? She comes out with her shit, with her stuff, and she walks over and, you know, lays on the couch. And, you know, he walks back into his room and closes the door. So, you know, I walk over to her and I just to see what she's looking like. But, you know what I mean? Like, type of 1 in the chat, if at this point I would have tried to talk to this girl, it would have ended up, you know what I'm saying, being some sort of fight or something like that. She would have got mad at me. Type of 2 in the chat, if I would have tried to talk to this girl, she would have been really nice and loving towards me. You know what I'm saying? 1s and 2s. Yo, W's in the chat, the Monarch, 2424. You've got your number 1. You are number 1 in the chat. You got 575 XP. Andreas, you know what I'm saying? San Andreas. So, yo, Andreas, you got 175 XP points. You're number 2. And Bubba Warren, I don't know how you were able to get 85 XP points, but you are number 3. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Kane, you're number 4. You know what I'm saying? So I just found out that apparently, like, what? I don't know. It's like XP points. You know, so I'm just not finding out about the XP points in the super chat thingy thing. You know what I'm saying? All right. So with that being said, he so this story has a secret ending to it, but it's gone on super duper long. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to drag you guys too far into this story. You know what I'm saying? Now, this story does have a secret ending. If you guys want to unlock the secret ending of what happened in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Because that blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. So for a 20 in super chat, I'll tell you guys what happened in the morning. You know what I'm saying? For a 40 in super chat, we will unlock me not only acting out what happened in the morning, but attempting to use my nunchucks while I do so, which might result me in hitting myself. You know what I'm saying? So just know that if I hit myself in the gooch while trying to act out a story while nunchucking at the same time, you did that damage. You know what I'm saying? Happens to the most of us. Happens to the best of us. Also, every single five you guys super chat through, I will be doing 5 pull-ups I would be doing 1 pull-up for every 5 you guys send through. Keeps me in shape. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing no exercises. So appreciate y'all. Yo, so with that being said, man, that's not the only time that I've had a roommate of mine try to steal a chick that I was talking to. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, this other time, you know what I'm saying, I had brought this girl over, right? And I met her at, ooh, shit. Okay, so I'm proud. Okay, so type of 1 in the chat. Hey, what's up, Bubba Warren? Thank you for the $1 super chat, Brody. All right, so with that being said, let me know when you guys super chat through. Let me know if you guys want to be a hero in today's story, if you guys want to be a villain, or if you guys want to be a background extra. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? So type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of how I met this stripper at pretty much a Diddy party that didn't turn into a Diddy party. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to know how I brought her to my house and then caught her, like, and my really good friend, you know, trying to do shit in my crib. So type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of the stripper that I met at a Diddy party that never turned into a Diddy party. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story about how I brought her, how I got her to my crib, you know what I'm saying, but nothing ever went physical. You know what I'm saying? Because caught her trying to get with my homeboy. Yeah, yeah. All right, so we got 3 1s, you know what I'm saying? Ips Optimal says 1, Milo says 1, Bubba Warren says 1. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be a Diddy party. It wasn't an actual Diddy party. It seems like it was supposed to be a Diddy party, but it never turned into one. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. The reason why, oh my God. Okay, so a lot of you guys are saying 1. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? That's funny. So, with that being said, what happened was this. So, drank some water, went down the wrong hole. Terrible. Give me a second out this mug. So, with that being said, I ran into this UFC fighter dude, right? And he wanted to throw me a party. Because the dude wanted to live in my house for free. And he figured that if he threw me a party, brought me a bunch of females, that I would just let him live for free, right? That could work, but the way it ended up going down, it didn't end up working. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the homie, he tells me, he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I got a whole bunch of females pulling through. So he gets on the phone. He calls a whole bunch of female friends. You know what I'm saying? They're all sliding through. So like 20 females end up coming through. There's a really, really nice party, right? He was the only dude, pretty much. So the way he got all the females to show up was he made it look like it was a photo shoot. So a bunch of females came through and they were willing to take all their clothes off and do photo shoots and whatnot, right? So run if you don't want to hear some nastiness, because this story got a little bit of nastiness in it. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want me to tell you guys the nastiness parts of the story. Type of 2 in the chat. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want me to keep this story G-rated. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want me to keep this story X-rated. You know what I'm saying? Understandable. G-rated. Understandable. I can do that. Yeah, yeah. Yo, what's up, Bubba Warren? Appreciate that you got us with a 50 once your paycheck comes through, bro. You got good energy, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so 1, 1, 1. That's what's up. All Oh my God. I don't even know what Minnesota boy is doing anymore, Alex. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I be wondering sometimes like what homie is into, but like I don't know. When I saw him online wearing that Speedo, bruh, I just figured that there's no point in really going after that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like after I saw him wearing that and he put the picture online himself, I was like, hell no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking about going to his state and finding him and like whooping him out and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, cooler heads prevailed and I decided not to. You know what I'm saying? Yo, with that being said, for a 10 and super chat, I will roast the trolls. We gonna Burger King them motherfuckers. Flame broil their asses. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Now, this party, so 20 females show up this party. They're all scantily clad. You know what I'm saying? They're all bad, attractive females. And they pull up to the party. You know what I'm saying? They come through. And, you know, while one of the girls is over there taking a bunch of pictures and stuff, you know what I'm saying? This one girl is sitting down at a freaking table, you know what I'm saying? And oh boy, yeah, there's a part of this story that I'm sitting here doing this to because it's really freaking bad. You know what I'm saying? For real bad. It's so bad, I might have to put the BHD story time on the top of this mug. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, oh my God. This is all the way bad. Bruh. So, this is what happened. While one of the girls is sitting at the table, you know what I'm saying? She's sitting, she's chilling, you know what I'm saying? She's kicking it. And there's another girl that needed to use my bathroom, right? The baddest female there, she needed to use my bathroom. So they put her in my bathroom, she's using the bathroom, you know, she's doing her makeup and stuff, right? So there was like 7 other females out by the pool all taking pictures, and the other 10 girls was all inside the other crib, right? So the other part of the crib. So with that being said, I'm walking from my room into outside, and my bathroom door opens up, and the bad chick grabs me by my shirt and pulls me into the bathroom. Yo, oh my God. Yo. So, oh my God. Oh. So, fast forward past that, you know what I'm saying? Yo, so for a 30 super chat, I'll tell you guys what happened, but it'll be G-rated, but I'll tell you guys what happened. You know what I'm saying? For 50 super chat, I'll go super into detail. Yes, for real. You know what I'm saying? Pulls me into the bathroom and nigga. So fast forward a little bit into the future, and I leave out the bathroom, and we go to I walk out my front door onto my patio, and there's this other chick, this dark-skinned chick, she's sitting at the table, right? And I talked to her, I said a couple words, you know, we didn't say much, you know what I'm saying? And then I walk back into the back house, right? Get into the back house, and I'm talking with people, and there's this girl that's on a stripper pole, right? She's twirling around the stripper pole, you know what I'm saying? And she's doing tricks and stuff, and I'm like, yo, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, so then I talked to her maybe for about a good 5-10 minutes. Some of my other gamer homeboys had come through, so they're literally throwing money at the chick. I'm not throwing no money, so I go ahead and leave, right? So, my homeboy, who was the UFC fighter who threw the party, he comes to me and he tells me, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually looking for a place that I can freaking, you know what I mean, throw parties at and whatnot. And I'm like, yo, that's wildin', man. That's actually probably a good idea. You know what I'm saying? And he says to me, he's like, yo, so, also guys, make sure to look out for my BHD Storytime upload today. I'm uploading a BHD Storytime a little bit later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to be the one editing it. Yes, I'm editing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to find another editor at some point. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I go back in the main room. I'm talking to the UFC homie, and the UFC homie he tells me, he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually want to know if I could stay here, if I could live at your crib. And I'm like, I don't know too much about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't really seem like somebody that I would want living with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And he's like, oh, yo, so, and I'm like, yo, so how much do you got the rent? You know what I'm saying? He's like, how much would the rent be? And I was like, for this whole entire crib, $1,200, you know? And he's like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I start asking him a couple questions to see what type of roommate he would be. So I ask him, I'm like, yo, so, you know what I'm saying? So like, yo, so what is it gonna be a thing where, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to just walk in and, you know what I mean, like we're all gonna be cool? And he's like, oh, no, you know, you wouldn't be able to walk in to the crib if I'm renting it out. So I asked him, so I'm like, yo, so, you know, what pays you? Like, how do you get paid? And he's like, oh, you know, I don't have a job, you know? Like, and I'm like, yo, how do you not have a job but want to live here? And he's like, oh, well, you know, I mean, it would still work out, you know, blah, blah, blah. So after a while, after asking him some questions, I realized this wouldn't be the right person to let live with me. Type of one in the chat, if this does not sound like the type of person that you want living with you. Type of two in the chat, if you would let a guy live with you, even if just because he didn't have a job. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to the mod squad. Appreciate you, bro, for keeping the chat clean, Brody. Yeah. W's in the chat to Optimal Acts. Understandable. Yo, that's cool, Mauri. That's cool. That's what's up. Yo, that's nice that you guys are nice. You know what I'm saying? That's real cool. So, with that being said, me personally, I would not let someone who don't got no job live with me. You know what I'm saying? I can't even do it. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I tell homie, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we'll talk in like 2 weeks. I'll tell you my decision in 2 weeks, right? So, 2 weeks later, we meet up at a bar to get a bunch of food, and good grief. You know what I'm saying? You won't believe what homie tried to do to me at the freaking bar. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think he tried to do to me at the bar when I told him no, that he can't live with me? You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think he did? Yeah. Build up the suspense. Hey, what's up, Mauri? Oh, you probably right, Mauri. Yeah, definitely don't want to let a dude that don't got no job live with me. Yeah, we all picked not let the dude who, you know what I mean? If he don't got a job, he cannot live with us. You know what I'm saying? That's wild and understandable. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he left me with a huge bill. Yeah, the Mauri says he left me with a huge bill. That's possible. Glovana said, did he murder your boy? You know what I'm saying? P4961 says, what's up? Understandable. You know what I'm saying? All right, so for 30 in Super Chat, I will tell you, I will recant the story that's in the title. I'll tell you the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? For 50 in Super Chat, I will act that mug out and tell way more detail than I did the first time I heard it. I mean, the first time I told it. You know what I'm saying? A second ago. All right, so that way we don't derail off of all the stories. For 10 in Super Chat, I tell you guys a secret about either this story or the juicy part of the story that's in the title. You know what I'm saying? So for 10 in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys the juiciest part of the story from the first story I told. That way, we don't derail the chat and just go all the way back, and people that's been here, they don't have to hear stuff that they've already heard. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Bruh, baby girl, she, yeah, it gets worse. It gets way worse. You know what I'm saying? He roofied me. That's actually a good guess, Slavin. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Giovanni. All right, so what happened was this. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to type a 1 in the chat if you guys think he roofied me. Type a 2 in the chat if you guys think he, you know what I'm saying, got up and tried to fight me. Type a 2 in the chat if you think he called his girlfriend and told her that I was a piece of shit right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? 1s, 2s, and 3s, men and women. 1s, 2s, and 3s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, so anybody that super chats, you will be a character in today's story. You know what I'm saying? And by that, whatever you say, I will be highlighting it into the story. Now, if you guys grab a membership, you know what I'm saying, on the channel, then I'll be able to read you guys' comments. It's not about super chat. It's about I can see your comments, and I'll read every one of your comments through because your name is green. For real, for real. It makes you stick out like a needle in a haystack, but except the haystack is a bunch of needles as well. For real, for real. Now, I did not use the nunchucks on him before. So what ended up happening was, so the guy, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you guys are smart. A lot of you guys said number 2, which means that you believe that he tried to fight your boy. Understandable. You know what I'm saying? Hey, BlastphamousHD. Do I think that Minnesota boy is in the dudes? I mean, if I had a magic 8 ball and I shook it, I believe it would say yes. I'm not going to say yes, but I think that he was more than likely in the dudes. So, with that being said, the guy gets up from the table. You know what I'm saying? He stands back, and then he stands up, and he's like, yo, so when we were sitting down eating, he starts asking me, he's like, yo, so when can I move in? Because I really need a place to stay. Like, when can I move in? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not accepting roommates at this time. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you should always tell people bad news over the phone or through text. Never tell someone bad news in real life, especially if they're big, buff, and they're a UFC fighter. So the guy gets up and he flips his freaking seat over and he's like, yo, you're not gonna let me live with you. And I'm like, no. So he's like, oh, so you're not gonna let me live with you? And I'm like, no, no. And I'm still sitting. So he's like, you know what I mean? He's like, yo, so you really not gonna let me live with you? And I'm like, no, I'm not. No. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, but I really like the fact that, you're really level-headed and you're not just gonna, try to fight me about this type of stuff. And he's like, yeah, and he sits and then he's like, oh yeah, well, I'm not that type of person. And then he sits down. He's like, yeah, I'm not just going to fight somebody just because they don't let me live with them. And I'm like, oh, that's really good that you're not like that. Oh, snap. Hey, I got to get up out of here. I'll talk to you a little bit later. Bro, tell me why. I think that UFC fighter, I don't know if I would have won that one. I don't know if I would have won that one, guys. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Type one in the chat if I more than likely escaped a whooping that day. You know what I'm saying? Ass whooping. Type 2 in the chat if, no, man, I should have shot him in the leg. You know what I'm saying? Even the odds. With that being said, our super chat milestone is in 37 more in super chat. Once we reach 37 more in super chat, type 1 in the chat if you guys want me to tell you the story of when I found out that my baby mama was actually pregnant by a different dude. But what it was she had went and got pregnant by a different dude, and then she tried to come and frame me for the pregnancy. She tried to blame me for the pregnancy, man. To put 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of when this really, really big chick had a crush on me at college, and I had to play it off because she wouldn't take no for an answer. You know what I'm saying? 1s and 2s, men and women. 1s and 2s. Come on, come on. Off up in this mug. All right, so Vegito says number 2. You know what I'm saying? Understandable. Yeah. Let's see. So, hey, Bubba Warren, where you at, bro? Hey, when's the next song? That last one was fire. Yo. All right, so let's see. You guys want me to tell number 2? All right, I got you guys. For real. All right, so with that being said, type 1 in the chat if you guys want me to drop 1 song a week as long as we reach the super chat milestones. You know what I'm saying? Type 2 in the chat if you guys want me to drop 1 song a month, but it won't
require any type of super chat milestones. Because one song a month, I could pay for that myself. You know what I'm saying? Like one song a week. Studio time is expensive, and editing music is expensive, unfortunately. Yeah. Let's see. Yo. Hey, S Dogs. Hey, I appreciate you, Brody. Yo, so you tried to donate via the link, but it said 404 error? Yo, let me check that out, Brody. I'm going to check it out. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that sucks that happened. I got you, Brody. I'm going to check. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Anthony? What's up, Daniel? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the compliment, bro. That guy's popular. What's up, meatball salad? Is there an actual meatball salad? For real. Is there an actual meatball salad? Nigga. Oh. Yo, so let me take this time to let y'all know that in case you don't know, you're awesome. You know what I'm saying? If no one's told you that, you are awesome. You know what I mean? Whenever you come through here, you are awesome. Even if wherever you're at, they is acting crappy. You know what I'm saying? When you get off up in this mug, you're awesome. So, yo, with that being said, appreciate you guys. W's in the chat for Monarch. Appreciate you for the 10 in super chat. Appreciate you, Andreas. Yeah, San Andreas, yeah. Appreciate you, San Andreas, for the 1 in super chat. For the 3 in super chat. It might even be a 5. Yo, W's in the chat to Bubba Warren. Thank you for the 1 in super chat. Appreciate you, Brody. You know what I'm saying? You guys have great energy. Yo, with that being said, let's see. Okay, so the link that's in the chat. So type of 1 in the chat. Yo, so college just started up. And okay, so type of 1 in the chat. If you guys would love to watch me tell stories when I'm at college around a whole bunch of freaking people. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys would rather me tell my stories inside my crib because it's familiar and you guys get the crazier stories. You know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want me to tell my stories at college around a bunch of people. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys like it when I tell my stories when I'm at the crib because, it's familiar. Yo. Hey, what's up, Levi? Yo, I'm sorry to hear that, BD. You know what I'm saying? But if you do like 10 push-ups a day, then you won't feel like you're weak. You know what I'm saying? But that's really cool that you feel like you're at home enough here at the BHD Army to share. You know what I'm saying? That you feel like that about yourself. But don't beat yourself up, bro. You know what I'm saying? No one is the strongest person all the time. You know what I'm saying? And, it's completely okay, BDR. Sending healing energy your way, and you're amongst friends. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we care about you, even though you don't seem to care about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so like I said, BD, it's, you don't even have to worry about it, bro. It's completely okay. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to, you're in a safe place. Feel free to share your inner feelings about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep saying that you're weak, though, but we understand. You know what I'm saying? But look on the bright side. What is your name? Dang it. Let me see. Dang it. Someone else took him out. God dang it. But look on the bright side, BDR. You know what I'm saying? You are amongst friends. Even though amongst your friends, you're probably treated like a Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Jerry. Loser. Jerry. But if it makes you feel any better, for the low price of 7 million hot Cheetos, individual hot Cheetos, I will have one of my, not gonna say that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? For the low price of something that someone else is willing to give for you, You know what I'm saying? You too can something, you know. Let me see. Yo. All right, so try the link again. You know what I'm saying? I just fixed it. All right, so I just fixed the link. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so to put one in the chat, if you guys want to hear the story about the time where I got betrayed by the girl that I loved, and she went out there and had a baby on me, you know what I'm saying? And then had the nerve to come to me asking me to help take care of it. Yo, she tried to maurice me. We're up front without even the episode. What type of shit? Type of 2 in the chat. You guys will hear the story about, you know what I'm saying, when I was the side dude. How I had a girl and I would go to her crib and pick her up from her dude's crib and we would hang out and she would pretty much she would just talk a bunch of crap about him and stuff and talk a whole bunch of smack. For real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what's up that you're frying yourself some fish. Yeah. Yeah, no spamming, yo. You know what I'm saying? For real. Huh? Yeah, Minnesota boy was a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really understand that guy. So, yo, so type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of my fight with Minnesota boy and why me and Minnesota boy was beefing. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of this black girl that I went out with that for some reason just kept asking to peg me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, baby girl, but you black. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? For real. Hey, what's up, Cud Laddie? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Cud Laddie? 5,000, what it is, Brody? Yo, we telling these stories, you know what I'm saying? So, yo, once we reach 37 in Super Chat, you know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat. Hold up, give me a second. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what you guys saying. So, okay, so type of 3 in the Super Chat. If once we reach 100 in the Super Chat, I'll tell you guys both the stories instead of just one of the stories, and you guys got to choose. Because apparently, you guys don't like to choose. You know what I'm saying? Understandable. For real. Yeah. All right, so let's see. So, yeah. So, type of 1 in the Super Chat. Yo, appreciate the compliment, bro. Want to hear both. But sadly, need to go to the office. Understandable, bro. Yo, so what's your availability like, Laddie? 5,000, 50,000 to hear these stories, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? I could tell the stories just way faster and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back after finishing some paperwork. Yeah. That's understandable that you'll be back after finishing some paperwork. Most definitely, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Hope you have a productive day at work, bros. For real. Yo. That's what's up. I don't remember pegging being a topic. For real. You know what I'm saying? It made no damn sense. So, with that being said, what happened was, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to tell you guys stories since, you know what I mean, you guys won't help me pick. You know what I'm saying? So normally, I guess this would be the time, okay, so when I would normally say, Super Chatters, pick what stories we tell. You know what I'm saying? Super Chat through some stories that you guys want me to tell, if you guys want me to tell those stories. So, but I was trying not to say Super Chatters choose because I don't want to try to, tell people to Super Chat. But apparently that is just a really big point. Type of 1 in the chat, if talking about Super Chat and setting Super Chat milestones is a super normal part of streaming in general. Type of 2 in the chat, if, talking about the Super Chat, it makes you a terrible person, and I can't believe you've done this, and you've burned people, and you've burned puppies alive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. More stories about smoke. Understandable. Yep. See, couples don't react means you burn puppies alive. With that being said, you know what I'm saying, the Super Chat milestone is 37 in Super Chat. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach the Super Chat milestone, I will tell you guys a story way crazier than the story that I've already told you guys. Way worse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been good fishing for life. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You burned nothing. It's understandable just burn nothing. Tell you the truth, I kind of forgot which one and two meant. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Happens to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Would you make another video with you, Funny B? I don't understand why I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We gonna tell you guys the story. Hey, I appreciate the compliment. That guy's super duper popular. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, appreciate you. Yo, so Ink, I don't know if you know the difference between, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I appreciate the compliment. That's really cool. Couples don't react. You said to burn pets. You burn pets? Couples react. You burn pets? That's wild. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So, yo, if you guys are burning pets, so type of one in the chat. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell I still gotta tell because I like to reach at least a couple hours of telling stories and whatnot. That way I have stories to turn into clips and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Yo, so type of one in the chat, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want me to keep telling stories, type of two in the chat. If you guys, oh, hold on now. Earlier, you guys said y'all wanted me. Yeah. I be listening to the chatters, man. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? If you guys do cop a membership, you know what I mean? It makes your name green. That way, you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like I can see all of your messages that come through instead of just, not being able to see most of you guys' messages. So with that being said, what time is it where you guys are at? You know what I'm saying? And also, where are you guys from? Me personally, I'm from Compton, LA. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Cleveland. But I was born in I was raised in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland is where I lost my virginity. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland was wild, man. You know what I'm saying? I would normally do a poll on that. You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if you've ever lost your virginity. Type of two in the chat if you're waiting till marriage. You know what I'm saying? We've never done that poll before. That's a good one. For real, for real. Yeah, yeah. For real, for real. Yo, so you say it's 627 in Cleveland. That's cool that you're from Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Oh, snap. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Yo, crap. Yup. Man. I gotta go run some errands, yo. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Dang. I was hoping I had freaking longer. I just checked the chat. I just checked the freaking time. Yeah, I'm saying, like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Dang. Yeah. I wanted to stay, man. I want to do at least like 2-3 more hours because I like to do like 4 hours, you know what I'm saying, with the story time per day. But damn, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got another call I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Zaid? Yeah. What's up for show? Yeah. All right, so let's figure out the next story time we're doing. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So, with that being said, let's see. I feel like we got some pretty good clips out of this one, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At least one of the stories I told in here, I can clip down and turn it into clips. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. W stream for real. Yeah. We got through at least 2 stories. You know what I'm saying? I got like 6 more. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's see. All right, so let's go for some other stories. You know what I'm saying? Some of the other stories I was gonna tell you guys today that I'll just tell you guys in the next story time. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Yo, W's in the chat to the Mass King Shaggy Rogers. Yo, I'm doing good. I'm doing good today, Brody. Yo, W's in the chat to the Mass King Shaggy Rogers. Yo, that's what's up, man. Hey, I hope you're having a good day today, Brody. For real. W's in the chat. For real. Yo, all right, so let's see. So I had a story about the Mass King Shaggy Rogers. What type of story would you like to hear? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My super chatters usually choose, you know what I'm saying, what stories we tell. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. It's easier talking about super chatters. I don't know why. You know what I mean? For real. I can see you guys' messages way easier. You know what I'm saying? So yo, those two so I'm still like training up the last two chicks that came through last night to do more story times and whatnot. Any story, understandable. Yeah. All right, so I'll share a real quick one. If we reach the super chat milestone, which is 50 in super chat, I will stay for another hour and tell a whole bunch more stories. You know what I'm saying? For real. That way, you know what I'm saying, I'll just do my errands a little bit later on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Got a vacuum and a bunch of other type of stuff. So with that being said, oh my God, I don't know if I should tell you guys this story though. Oh my God. Okay, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying, when I was, oh my God. Okay, so I'm in college, right? You know what I'm saying? And I had a really good friend of mine. His name was, what was it? We're gonna say his name was Farouk. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, we're gonna say his name was Apu, because that's what he talked like. It was hilarious. So, my homeboy Apu, you know what, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you guys the other story. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys the story of my homeboy, what's his name? We're gonna say his name was Rick, right? My homeboy Rick, he had horrible luck with women. You know what I'm saying? Terrifying luck with women. So much awful luck with females that, you know what I'm saying, he would just like, and what was funny was the problems he had with females was that he would overcommit. He would do too freaking much. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, he ran into this chick. Her name was Erica, right? We run into Erica. Erica used to introduce us to a lot of people that took us to a lot of mansion parties, right? So we go to this huge mansion party. The biggest mansion party I have ever been to in my life. I'm talking 1,500 college people. It was everywhere, right? It was Project X level party. What I mean by that is, I get there, we walk through, and it was 3 mansions all huddled together. You know what I'm saying? It looked like Kai Cenat Streamer University. It was that many damn people. Now, it was so many people that it was pandemonium or pandelirium or whatever one will call it. Shit was crazy as hell. So I get there and I walk into the courtyard, which is where all the festivities are happening, right? It's mansion 1, mansion 2, mansion 3. It's all boxing in this big courtyard. Bro, I get there, I see a dude running bucket naked with a banner, you know what I'm saying, with a banner to shield him. He's running, he's got it all over him. I'm like, oh shit, like it's everywhere. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, he's streaking. There's females walking around with damn near nothing on. You know what I'm saying? There were females in the pool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see anyone doing any substances, but you know they was doing substances. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm there with Erica, Rick, you know what I'm saying? With the girl I was dating at the time, and like 3-4 other people. Now, we get there, we pretty much instantly split up, you know what I'm saying? Me and my girl, we go to a different part of the party. We're walking through. The inside of this party looked like the party at the end of the Third Friday movie. Actually, it looked more like the inside of the party at the end of How High with Method Man and Redman, right?
You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of weed smoke everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They had neon green lights. The hallways were crowded, full of people. We got to swim through people to get to other parts of the party. So, as we're swimming through the other parts of the party, I run into my homeboy. I run into a friend of mine. His name is Ari. Ari is not that good with women either. He's telling me, yo, I really need to find a girl. I'm looking for a female. Ari tells me, so I tell him, I'm like, yo, I got a female for you. My homegirl, Erica, she's been looking real bad. So I bring Ari to Erica, and they start chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm conversating, making sure the conversation goes good. And, you know what I mean? Fast forward through the party, you know what I'm saying? Like, for 20 in Super Chat, I'll describe more of the Project X party because it felt like it went on for 4 days, but it was only in all actuality like 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? For 30 in Super Chat, I'll act out everything I saw at the freaking party. You know what I'm saying? For 50 in Super Chat, I'll do so while I nunchuck. You know what I'm saying? So, with double nunchucks. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? I'm walking through the freaking, I get them together and they start dating, right? Now, Ari actually hit like one time. He actually got to hit the chick, right? Like in the good way. So she comes, she tells me, yo, we're together, but Ari, he keeps on getting mad at me and flipping out. The thing is this, Ari did not understand female nature. And because Ari didn't understand female nature, any woman he gets with, he's doomed for her to become mean and shitty and practically do what some guys' wives do. But not all women, let's say 20-30%. But if you notice the signs, you want to talk to somebody who can tell you what's popping and how to get around it. You know what I'm saying? For a 10 in Super Chat, ask me any dating question, and I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? Based on my dating life experience. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Him and Ari, you know what I'm saying? Ari and Erica, they're dating, and the mistake that Ari is making is he keeps telling her how much he loves her. He keeps telling her that he wants to be with her. He keeps telling her that how much he cares about her. And because he's doing this shit, he's mad whenever he finds out that she has other hoes. You know what I'm saying? Real freaking shit. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, no man that lives life in a regular way is going to ever come into the information that I have and can tell and teach people. So it's understandable that pretty much 85% to 90% of dudes fall for this trap. So because he's being so loving and he's doing all this other stuff, he doesn't understand how to fortify his brain to keep him from falling for the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you know, women have this siren effect. You know what I'm saying? They can do, you know what I mean? It's like they can whistle with their happy place, and dudes just are like, yo, like, I'll give you everything. I love you now. You know what I'm saying? And there's stuff you got to do to stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get in that situation because trust and believe from someone who's fallen for that siren call a bunch of times, bro, it was like stepping into a world of pure light after being in a dark closet after, you know, I learned not to fall for that stuff. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Yo, so what time is it where you guys at? And let me know what state you guys are from. So what time is it where you guys are at? And what state are you guys from? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I tried to give Ari advice on how to deal with Erica, you know, because I knew how to deal with chicks like that. Because I still hang out with girls like that all the time. Was just hanging out with some of them not too long ago. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? And they do the same shit. They all do the same shit. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Ari, so if you guys do want to super chat your boy, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to use the link that's pinned in the description, well, in the comment section down below and or so up above. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? Everything you guys send through, it goes to either upgrading our freaking streaming equipment, because that's why I'm not streaming off my, I would be streaming more games and whatnot, but like,
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I gotta upgrade the internet, a whole bunch of more stuff. So with that being said, freaking So Erica and Ari, you know what I'm saying? They're basically in a relationship, and within a week and a half, it imploded into them fist fighting. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know what he was doing. Whenever she would tell him that she was going to talk to other guys, he would get mad. You know what I'm saying? He would ask her where she's going. He would want to look through her phone. These are all big mistakes that men should not be making with their women. Where are you going? Who's your guy friend? Hey, let me see that. I want to see the text he sent you. And your friends want to get with you. You shouldn't hang out with your guy friends. I mean, it really sucks because every dude wants a woman that's loyal, but living, modern day society, we all know how this goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, never love women too much. You know what I'm saying? Ninja says, go shirtless. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? My day's been good. For real. Yeah. That's what's up. Yo, what's up, Tipsy Gamer? You know what I'm saying? How long did it take to figure out? That's a very, very good question. Okay, so, hey, what's up, the Master King Shaggy Rogers? Don't tell women you love them. Never tell women you love them. I haven't told a woman I loved her in about 20-something years, man. It's been a really long time. You know what I'm saying? Never going back. Yo, W's in the chat to Dylon. W's in the chat to Dylon. I was just playing UFC 5. How's your day going? Love your videos. Yo, my day's going great, bro. I'm kicking it. Yo, hope you're having a productive day as well. W's in the chat. Yo. So, Dylon, what story would you like to hear? You know what I'm saying? I was just telling a story about this huge mansion party I was at that looked just like Project X. Let me know if you would like to hear that story, Brody. Yo, W's in the chat. Yo, Dylon is the GOAT. The GOAT. For real. Homie just came through and just dropped 2,500 XP points, which is 50 in Super Chat. Yo, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Everybody choose what story you guys would like for me to tell you guys. But Dylon, you got 50 votes behind you. You get to choose between everyone else choosing what story you would like to hear, and or just let your boy know, because that's a musical super chat. That's a musical reaction. You know what I'm saying? That's a story. That's any story you want to hear. Let your boy know, Brody. But yo, keep telling the story that you're telling. I got you, Dylon. So, with that being said, let me know if, okay, so I'm going to tell you guys how to change okay, I'm going to tell you guys 2 secrets about women. Yeah, I'm saying to not only to getting to know her when you're dating her, but to keeping her around for years. Because that's the hardest part, is being able to get a woman to be pleasurable and or feminine and or submissive for years, right? So you guys can all thank Dylon for me telling you guys these secrets. You know what I'm saying? For real. All right, so 1, use the words that your woman uses. So the words that your woman uses when she talks to you, use those words back to her. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to use her words verbatim, but women love parrots. They love parrots. I'm telling you. No, look, test this out. Test this shit out. It will freak you out. It will blow your mind. So, what I want you to do is, I want you to go out. Yo, W's in the chat to James. Yo, W's in the chat to Dylon. He started a super chat train out this mug. Yo, James Haven. W's in the chat to James Haven. Yo, W's in the chat. James Haven just super chatted 2 directly through. W's in the chat. So, women love parrots. With that being said, what you want to do is go find a woman today. You know what I mean? If you want to practice this, I say go find like a store clerk or a banker or something like that. Someone who has to be polite to you. But if you want to really test this out in the wild, go out, find a restaurant, drum up a conversation with a chick, and say the exact thing that she says to you back to her. And it'll fuck with you how well that works. Makes no sense. So if a woman says to you, man, I had a crazy day at work. You say back to her, yo, that's crazy that you had a crazy day at work. You know what I'm saying? And then she's gonna say something like, yo, like what happened? So what happened to me today at work is, you know what I'm saying, I had this guy and he said some goofy shit to you. He said some goofy shit to me. And then you say to her, oh my God, that's wild that you had some goofy shit happen to you from some guy that said that to you at work. What did he say? And then she's gonna be like, yeah, he told me that, I was wearing a brown paper bag and I don't even have a brown paper bag. And then you say, yo, that makes no sense. So that's crazy that she told you that she has a brown paper bag. Or so, yo, nigga, I'm telling you, do that shit. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna notice, number one, your conversations last way longer than they normally last when you're talking with women. So for the most part, most women have this linguistical self-defense type of mechanism thing where if you try to talk to them, they'll immediately accuse you in some way, shape, or form of being thirsty or wanting to be with them, and then they'll X you out. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's wild is, with females, if you like a girl, you've got to be able to get to 10 hours without her accusing you of being thirsty in order for her to actually really like you. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, the more you guys super chat, the crazier the secret I'm gonna drop about dating. You know what I'm saying? That is the tip of the iceberg. So, with that being said, if you're ever dealing with a female, and this works perfectly if a girl you're talking to is ever going through a really bad day. If she's having a shitty day at work, or she's really mad and she doesn't know why, two things that'll put her in a good mood. One, you know what I'm saying, one, if you play music she likes, but you can't tell her that you're about to play music she likes to play, that you want her to play. You know what I'm saying? For a rule of thumb, 10 different songs will turn your woman's bad day into a great day. On God. You know what I'm saying? So if you play 10 of her favorite songs, don't tell her what you're doing. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she can hear the music and her day's good. You know what I'm saying? For real. So with that being said, that and, mirror her language, whatever she says, if you say it back to her. Now, what's going to happen if you repeat the words back to a woman that she says to you? You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen is your conversation is never going to lose energy. She's going to say shit like this. She's going to say stuff like this to you. I just feel like we know each other so well. Yo, W's in the chat to James Haven. Yo. All right, so with that being said, I'm just giving some information for the homies. Okay, so we're going to finish the rest of the story about Erica and, what's his name? Erica and, I'll tell you guys his real name now. Ari. Erica and Ari. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to Dylon, yo. For real. So, with that being said, Erica and Ari, you know what I'm saying, they start dating, and she starts, talking smack to him because, unfortunately for him, you know what I'm saying, he just keeps telling her how much he loves her, how much he wants to be with her, how much he's going to do anything for her, all of this blase. She, for some reason, she's hearing this, and she gets meaner and meaner the more he says it. She just gets meaner and meaner, and she'll call me and tell me about the situation, but she'll only tell me her side, and from her side, it'll sound fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And this is what she'll tell me. She'll be like, yo, I called him today just for us to talk on the phone, and I told him that, I'm hanging out with one of my guy friends, and he immediately threw the phone and started breaking shit in the background and yelling and screaming at me. And I don't know why he got so mad. And of course, when she said that, I have to say, well, yeah, that's weird. I don't know why you would do that. When in all actuality, I know the reason why he did that is because she knows for a fact that he wants her to be loyal to him, but, she does that to fuck with him. It's called a shit test. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very common. And Ari, unfortunately, I got him the girl, but he wouldn't listen to me on how to keep her. So she left. A week and a half later, she had snoo with him one time, and he never got it again. Because no one will ever tell you this, but every time you hang out with your chick, you're earning the snoo. Every single time. You won't even know it. But every time you hang out with your chick is a test. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what a shit test is, then it's very easy to fall for it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what a bear trap is, when somebody rakes leaves over it, you're going to step on them shits and you're going to lose your leg. And then your chick going to say she need a break. And you ain't going to understand why she want a break. But, you stepped on a bear trap and you ask her, was that a bear trap I stepped on? Why you leaving me? She gonna say something like, I'm not that type of person. What, you think I'd leave you? Like, I'm not that type of person to set bear traps. And then she gonna go. But anyway, with that being said, so the chick, do you ever, that's what's up. Hey, what's up, Vegito? Hey, what's up, Perceives? Oh, so we have another dude that has a crush on me in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey, so yo, Ghost is thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so for attending Super Chat, I will roast the trolls. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I've not seen, no, we not gonna roast them yet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So thirsty. Yo, what's up, Paperback? What's up, Red Bulls? What's up, Kyle? What's up, James? It's like being catfished. It really freaking is. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the Masked King Shaggy Rogers. I hope you're having a productive day making music, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Stay up. For real, for real. All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm hanging out, you know what I'm saying? And Erica calls me again. And she tells me this time she went to go hang out with Ari, but Ari tried to fight her. Fist fight her. And she doesn't understand why. But she went up there, yo, W's in chat to James. Have I been catfished? Yes. Yes, I have, James. I've been catfished with the worst of them. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, type of one in the chat if you guys want me to tell you guys my worst catfish story once we reach our next Super Chat milestone, you know what I'm saying? Which is 46 in Super Chat. Thank you, James Haven. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, considering Dylon, and Dylon got us over the Super Chat milestone. You know what I'm saying? We restarted that mug, and once we reach 44 more in Super Chat, I will tell you guys a story of type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of my worst time getting catfished. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach the next Super Chat milestone, type of two in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of the worst date I ever went on in general. The worst date. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to practice. If you're going to be dating men, okay, if you're going to be dating dudes, you got to be out there practicing, bruh. You got to go on practice dates. You know what I'm saying? Just so that when you get shit tested by your date that you don't even like, you can understand that if you've got an actual chick at the crib or another chick you talking to that damn near is not all women do this, not all women shit test, but it's gonna feel like all women shit test. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, only like 20-30% of females shit test. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like, oh my God, it's every chick, you know what I'm saying? And oh my God, it's too much to handle, you know what I'm saying? Yo, so with that being said, I really like that all of you guys are, you know, mentally fortified enough to hear this type of information. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Most people, they be scared of it. Yeah. Who would you think Goku Vegeta in a versus Invincible's dad? Okay, so if Goku and Vegeta both fought Invincible's dad, the real question would be, didn't someone beat Goku on Death Battle? Yo, so type of one in the chat if somebody beat Goku in a death battle. Type of two in the chat if Goku beat the person he death battled against. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, who did Goku have a death battle against? And did he win that? Wasn't it Superman? Yeah. So he had a death battle versus Superman. And who won that death battle, guys? Who won the death battle between Superman and Goku? You know what I'm saying? Because if Goku won, I believe that Goku could beat Omni-Man. Because I don't... Who do you guys think would win between Omni-Man and Goku, matter of fact? No, Omni-Man and Superman. Yo, W's in the chat to James! Yo, W's in the chat! How old was my catfish? Okay, so I've been catfished many times. I've been catfished by a 25-year-old. I've been catfished by a 25-year-old that showed up, that said she was really small and showed up larger than life. I've been catfished by a chick that sent me a picture of her when she was 25. Bitch showed up like sneezing dust. Like she showed up and she was so old that she looked like if we had smashed and she hit, she would have busted a dust. Like, it's terrifying. I'm like, yo, this bitch is gonna shoot talcum powder out of her if she finishes. Like, this isn't what I want. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, so W's in the chat to James Haven. W's in the chat to Dylan. Definitely Goku. Understandable. So Goku won. Goku beat Superman? I've got to look this up now. Yo, that is wild. I never thought that Goku would beat Superman. Who Goku versus Superman. Yeah. That is wild. Okay, so they did one year ago. And let's see who won. Let's see who won this month. Goku? What the hell? Wait a minute. Huh? Yeah, I don't even know if they'll show it. I mean, they're going to show it. It might take a couple seconds. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? So Erica and the dude, they end up, breaking up and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So who ended up winning that Dylan? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for keeping your boy current. For real. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So Goku won that mug. That's wild. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? My catfish? Yo, so which catfish story would you like to hear, James? You know what I'm saying? Yo, because you've been super chatting a good amount. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure who won that one either. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I would have to say the funniest catfish story that ever happened to me. Bro, let's see. Oh my God. So, let's see. My craziest catfish story. Okay, so I met this chick, man. And, yes. I met this chick, bro. She was a black chick. She was thick. You know what I'm saying? She was only supposed to be thick, guys. Only supposed to be thick. Bruh, baby girl, oh my God. So the homie has set me up with a two-man, right? He brings a girl, he gets a date. I bring a girl, I get a date. You know what I'm saying? And baby girl comes through and she... You know what I'm saying? And when I say come through, she didn't even come through. I met her at the bar. You know what I'm saying? We meet up, at the bar, and right next to the bar, they were having this really big anime festival, right? So we go to the anime festival. The line is super duper long to get into this thing because it was a super popular event. It was a Rick and Morty event. So I'm waiting in line with her. You know what I'm saying? And, and I'm not going to lie. Baby girl was she was bigger than the girls that I'm used to. So I wasn't expecting her to shit test, right? That'd be the biggest surprise to me. I never expect big women to shit test because I'm figuring this chick is she's not even super attractive. Why would she shit test? Yo, Dylan, hey, understandable. Yo, did I see the new Dragon Ball Z Super movie? Yo, what Dragon Ball Z Super movie was that? I saw the Broly one, and I saw the one at the end when Gohan turned into not Ultra Instinct, but Beast Gohan. I saw that one. Yo, what's your favorite Dragon Ball Z movie, Dylan? For real, for real. My favorite Dragon Ball Z movie is the Broly movie. It's my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie of all time. For real, for real. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, baby girl was she was shit testing me, but her shit tests were kind of normal, right? Her shit tests were kind of regular. So, baby girl, we in the line and shit, bro. She go and get other dudes and she's trying to ask them questions and stuff in front of me to see if it make me jealous. And of course it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I already understood. So, you know, shit tests and women nature and female nature and stuff. So, then she ups the ante. She leaves and then she goes and starts talking to another dude, like right in front of me, and doesn't even come back. I stay where I'm at because I already know that this is a shit test. If I go and I follow her to make sure she doesn't get with another guy, then she's gonna start treating me crappy. If I don't follow her, chase her down, then she's gonna, you know, think I'm obviously a awesome dude and I've got other girls or something. You know what I'm saying? Understandable. Yo, yeah, definitely. Yo, I love that you like when Gohan goes Ultra Instinct, Brody. That would be really cool if Gohan could go Ultra Instinct. Yeah. It looked like he went Ultra Instinct, but I would love to know if Ultra Instinct Goku is stronger than Ultra Instinct, Beast Gohan. You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if Ultra Instinct Goku would beat the crap out of Beast Gohan in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Type of 2 in the chat if Ultra Instinct Goku would get the crap kicked out of him by Beast Gohan in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Understandable, Brody. Yo, that's what's up. What's up, Bentley? What's up, James? What's up, Vegito? What's up, Frankie? Yo, what's up, Crown? Yo, what's up, Alpha? All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, James, let me check your comments, Brody. All right, so anybody out there that if you guys want me to see your comments, even if you're a troll, if you want me to see your comments, make sure to cop a membership. You know what I'm saying? If you get a membership to the channel, which is 5 in Super Chat, if you get a membership to the channel, then all of your chats come up green. So I can see all of your messages and not just the ones that come up green. That's why I'm answering Hazy and Dylan a whole lot, because I can see the chats. I'm looking for James. I got you, James. I'm looking for you actively. Let me see. James, yeah. If you good, tell us the old catfish. Okay, so I'll tell you guys the old catfish after I get done telling you guys this latest catfish. You know what I'm saying? Yo, as a matter of fact, I will tell you guys the old catfish. Super Chatters choose. You know what I'm saying? Super Chatters choose which stories we tell out this mug and what secrets we drop from those stories. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I had a martial arts instructor. Yo, W's in the chat to James Haven. Yo, we just copped a membership. W's in the chat. Yo, appreciate you, James. W's in the chat, man. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? So my martial arts instructor told me about one of his female students. And that female student said that, you know, she liked the way I looked. She wanted to hang out. She wanted to talk. And she maybe even wanted to date. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, we could kick it. We could talk. We could chill. We could see what's popping. You know what I'm saying? So, baby girl, you know what I'm saying? We set up the date. She sent me a picture of her because I asked. And she sends me a picture. In the picture, baby girl was looking good. You know what I'm saying? She looked real nice. So, bruh, I show up to IHOP because that's where the date was supposed to be at. I show up at the IHOP, and wouldn't you know it, the chick is like 90 freaking years old. I wish I was joking. Chat, what would you do if your date sent you a picture of a bad bitch and you show up and it's an old bitch? You know what I'm saying? What would you do, chat? Super chat your reactions through so I can read them out loud. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way this just happens to me.
There's no way. Also, super chat you guys' his stories through, because I want to hear them mugs. But yeah, I'm just like, nigga. So, when baby girl showed up, I'm just like, yo. I take a look at her, and I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it at all. Yo, thank you, James Haven. Appreciate you, Brody. Yo, what's up, Dylon? Dylon, and Dylon. Because he spits hot fire. What's if they had Invincible and Dragon Ball Super 2-hour, 50-minute episode? What if they made that? I would watch that, bug. I would totally watch it. That would be really cool if they had an Invincible and Dragon Ball Z Super episode. A 2-hour and 50-minute episode would be freaking awesome, yo. They actually have like clips of other types of Dragon Ball Z characters versus other universe characters on YouTube. So that'd be really freaking cool to see. Yo, if she rich, the dust is getting beat off. Yo, that is freaking hilarious that if she's rich, the dust is getting beaten off, Brody. Understandable. So, baby girl, so I show up, and like I said, baby girl was like 90 years old. She was super duper old, you know what I'm saying? For 30 in Super Chat, I will tell you guys her actual age. Oh, God. So, we both sit down at the table, and we get ready to order our food. And when she starts ordering her food, baby girl has the nerve to look at me and says, okay, where's the money? And I'm like, wait, what? What money? She's like, the money. You said you were gonna give me $150,000 for coming here. You think I'd show up for free? Because she's like 98 and shit. You think I should show up for free? Huh? This pussy ain't for free. You know what I'm saying? You think you ain't got to pay? And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold up. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give me the money. $150,000. You know, I'm trying to make a movie. I'm trying to do a whole bunch of random stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Oh, my God. I got to drink water after that one. Okay, so, you know what I'm saying? Bruh. So, for 50 in Super Chat, you know what I'm saying? I will act out the entire conversation me and her had. You know what I'm saying? For a 60 in Super Chat, I will use her voice. You know what I'm saying? I will do the old lady voice when it gets to her parts. You know what I'm saying? That way, it's more immersive. You know what I'm saying? Because it was wild. It make no damn sense. So after baby girl literally tries to press me for money like she's 50 Cent from Get Rich or Die Trying, bro, this woman's negotiational tactics were brutal. You know what I'm saying? Super brutal. And so at a certain point, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna so then she reaches down, she orders her food, right? And I'm like, yo, she orders fish, she orders gravy on her fish, she orders rice, she orders freaking ranch dressing on her rice. I'm like, she even eats like an old person. Oh God. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, who puts ranch on their rice or whatever, some random shit, mayonnaise on her jelly? I don't remember exactly. So, with that being said, she orders her food, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna give you it. And she stops me. She's like, okay, so, stop you right there. Where, do you have any friends that can give me the money? Because if your friends will give me the money, then that counts as you giving me the money, and I'll just give you some of the money that I steal from them. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing any of that to any of my peoples. I wouldn't do that to anybody, to any of my homies. I'm not about to do none of that. Hey, what's up, Dylon? Yo, I'm trying to see your messages, Dylon. Yo, what's up, Star Queen? What's up, Optimized? What's up, Vegito? What's up, Alex? What's up, Joel?
What's up, Logan? Yo, guys, what time is it where you guys are at? Also, where are you guys from? Yo, what's up? Hey, what's up, Dylon? I would say I forgot something, that I would go grab some fart spray. Yo, I can only imagine what you would do with the fart spray, Dylon. All right, so again, if you guys want me to be able to see you guys' chats, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want a visibility upgrade, you know what I'm saying? Grab a membership. It's $5 in super chat. And for that $5 in super chat, I can see all of your messages. I read all green. I read all white as well. But I know that I read the green first. And if I got time to get to the white without taking from the story, then, you know, we usually get to the white as well. Yo, what's up, John Wicked? What's up, Certified? What's up, Cash? Yo, what's up, James Haven? James Haven says it's 7:09. Yo, what's up, Dylon? Yo, Dylon says, I would say I forgot something, and then I would go and grab some fart spray. What would you do with the fart spray, John? I can only imagine what you do with the fart spray, Dylon. Yeah, for real, for real. All right, Joe, can't wait for the NFL season to start. I'm a Minnesota Viking fan. Yo, that's mad cool. Hey, what's up, Water? What's up, Cash? All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. This story it gets way worse. Yo, James, I would say I have to go to the bathroom. Yo, that's actually really freaking smart. So, type of 1 in the chat if you guys think I said I had to go to the bathroom and I ran. You know what I'm saying? Type of 2 in the chat if you guys think that I just told her, you know what, I don't want to be here, I'm leaving, got up and ran. Type of 3 in the chat if you guys think that I grabbed pocket sand out of my pocket and spritzed it in her face, pocket sand, and then ran. You know what I'm saying? All of them meant running. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, appreciate you guys. All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? If we receive a 30 in super chat, you know what I'm saying? I am going to order them. If we receive a 30 directly through my super chat, you know what I'm saying? I am going to order 10 lemon pepper wings. You know what I'm saying? If we receive a 50 directly through my super chat link, then I'm going to order 20 lemon pepper wings and disperse them amongst the house so that everyone gets lemon pepper wings, including to my roommate. You know what I'm saying? Yo, all right, so with that being said, what's up, John Wicked? What's up, Water Cold? What's up, the real DBG7? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Hey, what's up, Optimize? All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys said 1. You guys think I excused myself and then ran to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? John Wick thinks I spritzed pocket sand in her eyes. You know what I'm saying? You think I did all 3, James Haven. Understandable. What do you think I did, Dylon? So with that being said, what I did was I actually did number 2. I told her I didn't want to be there anymore, and that I didn't really like her vibe. Like, you know what I mean? That I didn't want to be there, that I gotta go. I told her I didn't want to really, like, you know, hurt her feelings or nothing. But at the same time, like, hanging out with her is like pulling teeth. She keeps trying to beg me to give her some huge 6-figure payout or something. Yo, give me $150,000 so I can make a movie. So that's what she told me she wanted the movie for. She wanted the money for. Was so that I could give her, so that she could freaking make a movie or a documentary with the money. Type of 1 in the chat if she would not have made a movie or a documentary with the money. She would have taken the money and spent it on her nails and other goofy shit, you know what I'm saying, and hanging out with dudes. Type of 2 in the chat if she was really trying to make a documentary. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't trying to rob me. She wasn't trying to, you know, use her lady parts to con me out of $150,000. She was trying to make a documentary. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you guys are saying 1s. See, even James says a 1. Yeah, she was trying to rob you, bro. For real. So yeah, that's why I left. I was like, this is a freaking robbery. You know, I'm so glad that I never told her my address. She does not have my address. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yo, W's in the chat to the mod squad. Appreciate you for keeping the chat clean, yo. For real. Even if she was making a movie, you need some compensation. Yeah, that's real. about to pay $150,000 for this chick to make a damn movie? What are we doing? What are we doing, chat? You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, James Haven, you know what I'm saying? That was my oldest catfish story. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? For real, for real. For 20th super chat, I'll tell you guys the secret ending to that story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've only got one secret ending to unlock on that one. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, the other catfish I went out with, it was this black chick. And she had all the personalities and stuff. But it was the girl I was in line with, right? Now, at this point in time, we decide to go to we finally get inside the anime festival. We get up in there and we're sitting on this really big bench. While I'm sitting on this bench, this girl goes out of her way to break the touch barrier with me, to demolish the touch barrier. Now, the touch barrier is, you know what I'm saying? The touch barrier is when a chick touches you and she starts rubbing on you and stuff. Now, it's really hard to usually break the touch barrier, right? But this chick breaks the touch barrier with me already because she likes me so freaking much. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? She's rubbing on me. She's rubbing her titties on my back. She's rubbing her stomach all over me. She is all over me. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Now, yes, she is all over me, but at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, baby girl, she starts to like, you know what I'm saying? She starts to like, you know, really tell me she likes me and stuff. So we get into the bar. She's been telling me how much she likes me. I'm believing her. I go in the bar first. I sit down at the stool. She sits down next to me at the stool next to me. And when she sits down, you know what I mean, we start talking. And when I talk with people, I usually touch them on the arm. Hey, that's what's up. So I touch her on her arm. Tell me why this chick. I wish I was making this shit up. Baby girl stands up. She's like, hey, you're all over me. What's wrong with you? That was inappropriate. This is an allegation. You're all, and I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? I don't get it. She's like, yo, you're all over me, and there's something wrong with you, and you're a sicko, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You've been touching me this whole time. What are you talking about? You had your breast on my back. Outside, she go, don't you grab, you're a sicko, and I'm telling you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you know what? Are you always like this? Ugh. And I turned around to my homeboy, and I started talking to my homeboy. And my homeboy is looking at me because he knows what I'm about to do to her. He knows exactly what I'm about to do to her. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to super chat directly to your boy, super chat directly through the pinned link that's in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor, let me know when you guys do super chat through so I can give you guys the best shout out. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? If you guys do want a cop membership, it makes it so I can read all of your comments. Even if you're a troll, I usually see your comments a lot better if your name is green. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you guys do want me to see your comment, make sure to super chat your comment through and I'll read it out loud. I'll be reading you guys' reactions to my story out loud. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Baby girl, she's like, baby girl is like, yo, he's trying to touch me. He's trying to touch me. And I turned around and I keep looking at my homeboy. I'm like, bro, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him like, yo, you don't mind that I'm about to, you know, verbally pee on this chick, right? You don't mind that, right? You don't mind if I give her a taste. And he's like, bro, please don't. Please don't do it. Because he knows what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, the only reason why this woman is on a date with me is because she likes me. Number two, she just had her boobs on my back outside. So I know she likes me. So her playing this is a shit test. It's one of the worst shit tests in the world, bro. It's the I'm trying to accuse you of being some sort of predator shit test. And women do it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, I had a woman just yesterday do your dick is really little, isn't it, shit test. I know, right? Straight to my face. Over and over and over and over and over and over. Just kept, like, this is women, man. That's women. And you know what I mean? If you want to date, that's what you got to deal with. Your dick is little, isn't it? It's little. Yeah, it's this small, real small. No, it's real. Just over and over. Just in hopes that she could get me to break. Just to see if it worked. Is it this shit? Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so for 3 in super chat, I'll tell you guys exactly what I said to her. You know what I'm saying? For 50 in super chat, I'll explain to you guys exactly how to deal with that type of shit test. You know what I'm saying? That way, when it happens to you, hopefully it doesn't, but that happened to my homeboy after they messed around, and that broke him. He hasn't been right since. He literally has not been right in the head since. Ever since that female did that to him, you know what I'm saying? Bro. But he doesn't understand that was a shit test. He thinks that that's really what the woman believes about him. But it was a shit test. It's meant to piss you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but dudes don't know that. Dudes think, man, this chick really think my Johnston is microscopic. So, with that being said, hey, what's up, James Haven? I know how to do that. Don't show up. That works too. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to deal with it and still get the cheeks. That's what I'm telling people how to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, running is an option. Running is a real good option. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. All right, Joe. What's up, Alex Barrett? Yo. What's up, Coolix? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what's up. All right, what's up? I am Mauri. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Jackson Wallace. Hey, yo, guys. All right, so for 10 in super chat, I'll roast the trolls. You know what I'm saying? We'll fry them up something really, really good. It's hilarious. So, with that being said, W's in the chat, the mod squad, of course. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Baby girl, she looks at me and she tells me, you know what I'm saying? You guys want to hear something really, really funny? You guys want to hear something real funny? Okay, no, I'll tell you guys later. So, with that being said, you know, baby girl's trying to accuse me of being a predator as a shit test, right? You know, no, well, preying on her, you know, even though she was, 26 or 23 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Every female will try to accuse you of this goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't listen to none of them when they say it. You know what I'm saying? They're all shit testing. You know, they're all shit testing for weakness. And then if you fail the shit test, they'll ask you for money. And if you pass the shit test, they'll ask to go back to your house and do stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's why you can't ever get mad at somebody for shit testing you, because, you know, it's all games. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for something. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I look at my homeboy, and my homeboy looks at me. He sees the look I'm giving him. I'm like, and he's like, please don't do her like that, bro. Please don't shit on her. Don't roast her. And I'm like, and he's like, look, please don't roast her. Please, come on, bro. And I'm like, and he's like, come on, bro. So I turn around to her, right? Because he knows that if I roast my date, it's going to fuck up everybody's vibe. The date's going to go all bad. So I turn to my date and I look at her and I'm like, and she's like, yeah, what are you touching me for? Don't you ever touch me. Don't touch me. You're not ever to touch me. What's wrong with you? Who do you think you are? Just going off, right? She's letting it all loose, right? Oh boy, gotta be good to women. Oh boy, gotta get married to one of them. Oh boy, you know what I'm saying? Someday. So, chick is yelling, screaming, you gotta live it. And I just look at her and I say, because most of the things she's saying is, you don't touch me. You shouldn't touch me. What you keep touching me for? Don't touch me. So I notice what she's doing. And I look at her and I tell her straight to her face and I say this. And I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that's good that you have money, I am Mauri. That's good. You know what I'm saying? So I say directly to her and I'm like, yo, I'll tell you what, I'll never touch you again. I'll never touch you. What now? I'll never touch you. And she's like, no, I'm not saying don't ever touch me. This is exactly what she says. Oh, no. I didn't say don't touch me. I was just saying, like, no. I'll never touch you. Ever. I'll never touch you again. I got you. I'll never touch you again. And she's like, no. That's That's not what I'm talking about. You're taking this the wrong way. You're taking this the wrong way. And I didn't mean it like that. And when she says that, she puts her hand on my kneecap. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm just like, no, 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 no. I stand on business. I'm standing on business. I'm like, nah. Masculine female. You know what I'm saying? I'll never touch you. Ever. You know what I'm saying? I'll never touch, because you just said me touching you on your shoulder is grape. So, to not, because I don't grape, I don't want to be seen as a rapist. In order not to be seen as a rapist, I'll never fucking touch you. Ever. And she said, no. You don't understand. No, hey. And she looks over at my homeboy for help. And my homeboy's like, Blast, please, Blast, don't do that to her. Blast, come on, bro. Please, bro, do this for me. Do it for me, Blast, please, do it for me. Just please, don't do this to her for me, please. And I'm like, and I look at my homeboy, I'm like this. I mean, because I tried being nice. I showed up. I was nice. You know what I mean? I didn't have to be there. You know what I'm saying? I was showing up. I was nice. I was pleasurable. I was being cool. And unfortunately, I forgot how much women hate nice guys. I forgot how much chicks just can't stand nice guys. You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys. So what time is it where you guys are at? And also, what state is it? What state are you guys from? You know what I'm saying? Love to keep a beat on you guys' time zone. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because after a while, you get fed up of the masculine chicks, bro. Every single move, they're trying to push you into the friend zone, try to accuse you of being of preying on them, trying to accuse you of being a deplorable, sickening human being. You're some sort of blood-ravaging monster that's just gonna find a chick and just jump on her and start eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get tired of that shit after a while. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, I got so tired of that shit that, you know what I'm saying, I take pleasure in going on a date with them women just to tell them no. Just to tell them no. To get them to tell me yes, and then to tell them no. It's literally pleasurable for me. You know what I'm saying? So this woman is sitting there yelling at me about how, so now she's like, wait, no, no, that's not what I meant. And now it's really funny because she yelled out, she's trying to yell out that I was preying on her, all this in front of the whole bar, right? And now at this point, the bar, everyone was looking at me and they were probably getting ready to jump me, because if a woman says you're inappropriately touching her, everyone's gonna believe her. No one's gonna ask questions. Well, where did he touch you? They're gonna be like, this man's touching you, motherfucker. She said no, and you just get jumped. So she tried to get me jumped, so I got revenge on the chick. You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if you would have gotten revenge on this chick in this situation. Yo, Diamond! Thank you for the 5 in super chat, Brody. Yo, you have great energy, Brody. Yo, I have $1 for a self-defense weapon. It's pepper spray and fart spray combined. I like that idea of pepper spray and fart spray combined. I think that could work. You know what I'm saying? Call it booty spray. Yo, I like the name. I like the name booty spray. But let's see. Is there a better name for it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what about booty do? You know what I'm saying? Like booty DEW. I'm just throwing names out. You know what I'm saying? Booty do. Yeah, hit her with that booty do. That's fucked up. Yeah, booty do that bitch. That could catch on. That could catch on. You just gave me an idea. We should submit that. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah. For real. Yeah. What the hell? Oh boy. Oh, I got you. Oh, my bad. I am Mauri. You know what I'm saying? Yo, My bad, I am Mari. I'm not feeding into your foolishness, so it's not working. Your gaslights aren't working on me. I would like to I would like to say that I feel sorry for you, I am Mari, that your gaslights aren't working because I'm, you know what I mean? I can't see your chats. Yo, so again, if you want me to see your chats, if you absolutely need me to read your message because you're trying to troll me or my fan base, super chat it through. You know what I'm saying? That way I see your message. Because otherwise, I am Mari, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I don't understand. Actually, I do understand. So you're trying to troll all of us and ruin the vibe of the story time. Completely understandable, but it's not working because you're talking crap. And since I won't read your crap or repeat it because all you're doing is talking crap, it's not working. So now you're trying to accuse me of being a bad person for not reading your chats. I understand completely. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. But I do welcome us to you, and I hope whatever you're going through that's got you acting in the way you're acting, I hope it gets better. You know what I'm saying? I hope you fall into a truck that has nothing but Chuck E. Cheese pit balls in it and pillows and stuff. Maybe even go get that Happy Meal that you've always wanted from Mickey D's. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? So, dude, I totally forgot the story I was telling. You know what I'm saying? What story was I telling, guys? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Boba Fett? Yeah. Yeah, see, even the chat knows. Like, nigga, yo. Hey, 10 in super chat, and I'll roast this goofy bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'll roast her for us. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to, try to ruin my vibe, that's fine. But if you're going to keep trying to pick on my fan base, bro, you're going to have to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And she mad because it's not working. You know what I'm saying? But yo, what's up, Sharice? What's up, Boba Fett? What's up, Moon Rocks? Yo, what's up, Vegito? What's up, Yo Young? What's up, Vegito? What's up, Linda Beck? You know what I'm saying? What's up, James Haven? Oh, yeah, I just read your chat, James Haven. Yo, you're being mean to James Haven? Yo, yeah, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? All right, I am Mari. You know what I'm saying? You're a man. Absolutely, there's no way you're a guy. You've been acting like a bitter baby mama this entire chat. There's no way you have male genitalia. You're a chick. Don't you lie to us. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to lie to kick it. You already know. Now I know most of my fan base is 85% dudes. You're just trying to act like a dude so you fit in. We not falling for this. I am Mari. You're obviously a bitter female. You know what I'm saying? One of my many, many, many bitter exes. You know what I'm saying? Who had to kick rocks for being foolish at some point and then got mad at me because I wouldn't marry the bitch and accept her for her crappy ways. But if it makes you feel any better, I am Mari. Yeah. So yo, what's up? What's up, Baka? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Dylon? What it do? It's Optimal. Oh, look. He says, let's do it. Oh, so you're a thirsty dude in here trying to make me mad so I can give you some attention because you have a Helga Pataki type of mindset. I've got to be mean to him to get him to give me attention and or like me. Yo, bro, that is like, what are you in, like the 4th grade? That is like, bro, that doesn't even work in the 7th grade where people use that at. You do realize that's a 7th grade tactic. That's literally like a 2nd grade tactic, bro. Like, chat, does being mean to a woman that you just met ever get you sat on? Type of 1 in the chat. If being mean to someone you want makes them like you. Type of 2 in the chat if it only makes them not want anything to do with you. Because that's what the smart people do. Tell me this, Mauri. Why would a smart person entertain you in the least? Exactly. You just figured it out. So with that being said, what it is, Sharice, you know what I'm saying? What it is, artistic. What it is, H. Muguar. Understandable. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Vegito? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Baka? What's up, Optimal? Appreciate you, yo. You know what I'm saying? And let's also give a round of applause to Mari for being such a good dum-dum. You know what I'm saying? Being such a good goofy. You know what I'm saying? Providing us all with entertainment for months. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Now, I forgot the story I was telling. You know what I'm saying? What's the story that I was telling you guys? Tell me in the chat. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Oplis? What it is, Tyler? What's up, Samurai Gaming? What's up, Baka? I hope your name is after Baki Grappler. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Artistic? What's up, Rodri Mex? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Baka? Yeah. What's up, Vegito? What's up, Dylan? That's what's up. All right, yo. Hey, Dylan. Yo, if you're in the chat, you know what I mean? Type of one up in this mug. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, so with that being said, let's see. The next story I want to tell you guys. I want to tell you guys the story of the crazy chick I was on a date with, the one that, you know, threw me to the butt cheeks, but I said no because, you know, she was being a douchebag. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat if you guys can hear everything. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys can't hear any of this. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So I'm on a date with the chick, you know what I mean? And after I tell the chick that I'm not going to like hang out with her and stuff, well, I didn't tell her that, but I was just like, yo, you know what? You know, I just basically said like, yo, like, you know, I'm not gonna fall for your fool. Hey, what's up, Baka? What's up, Sharice? What's up, Moonrock? What's up, Artistic? What's up, Samurai? What's up, James? What's up, Optimal? All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Easy T? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I mean? I tell the chick, I'm like, yo, you know what? I'll never touch you. Ever. I'll never touch you. And she's like, wait, no. That's not what I meant. No. That's not what I meant. And I'm like, you know, I got you. I'll never touch you, regardless of what happens. I'll never touch you. And she's like, what? No. Wait, no. And my friend's like, please don't do this to me, Blast. Please don't do this to me, please. So I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know, I let her off the hook, and I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo, so next time you want to try to accuse me of some sick predator shit, bitch, I hope you're willing to have me treat you like you're someone that's doing that, which will be someone that'll never be around me. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you're learning a lesson, Goofy. You know what I'm saying? She's like, so I don't tell her that, but she's like, oh, you know, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. So then the Goofy bitch, instead of apologizing, you know what this Goofy bitch does? This is what this chick does instead of apologizing. She literally rears back and says, hey, bartender, I'm ready to order some food. So, you know, and I make sure to holler out, not on my tab. She's not on my tab. She's a man. She's a grown man, you know what I'm saying? And I don't pay for grown men. She's masculine. She can handle it herself. She don't need no support. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what masculine females get from me. If you're a feminine woman and we're hanging out, we're friends, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me and the chick, we're really knowing each other like that, and she hits me up, and, you know, she lets me know, like, yo, you know, I'm going through it. I really need something. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I just sent one of my chicks, unfortunately, you know, well, not unfortunately, I'd do it for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I sent one of my chicks like $100 today so she could get, you know, food for a crib. She has food, but this way she can have more food. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because I don't want her to not have food because she cooks and she brings food over. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just wilding, bro. Because this chick actually, can you guys believe this chick actually expected food? And like actually expected to be treated like a date? And yet didn't want to act like one. Wanted to swear to God that I'm all, oh, get off me. Get away from me, God. But bro, and the shit that was really wild and was literally 30 minutes before that, she's rubbing all over me, got her breast all over the back of me. You know what I'm saying? She's hugging all over me. You know what I'm saying? Now I get it. She might have been hungry, right? And I very much understand that. But even with that being said, you You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't no chick ain't about to, you know what I mean? Like, do that, you know what I'm saying? And just like let it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you know, we wrap everything up at the bar. You know what I'm saying? I'll share all the juicy details in the middle. You know what I'm saying? For 20 in super chat. That way we don't slow the story down. We'll unlock that in 20 in super chat or 4 memberships. So, you know what I'm saying? We leave from the bar. A bunch of stuff happens at the bar. You know what I'm saying? But we leave after that stuff happens. We leave from the bar and we go to my house. We catch an Uber to my crib. We get to my crib and baby girl, she's like, yo, you know, you're not gonna hurt me, or you're not gonna grape me, are you? And I'm like, trust and believe. Like, first of all, like, no. Second of all, please don't flatter yourself, because no one is worth jail time. No one's worth jail. You know what I'm saying? And 3, if I was gonna, you know what I mean, it would, no, just no. So she's like, oh, okay, cool. So she's trusting me, you know what I'm saying? And we walk into my house. The whole time, my homeboy is like, yeah, I'm gonna do all this nasty, horrible stuff to you. I'm gonna take advantage of you. I'm gonna take the butt cheeks. I'm gonna do all this stuff. I'm gonna smack it, flip it, pop it, rub it down, and do all this stuff. And I'm just like, yo, like, what do you mean? You like, I don't even say anything, because I understand he's saying this because he didn't have any females he was dating at the time. You know what I mean? His stable might have been bone dry, so he was low-key freaking out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. This is why you don't date girls at bars. Look, mostly all the chicks are like this. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, that's cool that you just beat the fire giant Baka. That's fire. Hey, what's up, James? Yo, what's up, Brody? Yo, how you doing, Kratos? Yo. Hey, what's up, Alex Barrett? Hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's cool. Hey, what's up, Pipple Long? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Uzi T? All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Baby girl, you know what I'm saying? She tried to order some food. You know what I'm saying? So we back at the crib, and baby girl is just like, you know, she comes in my room. We watching the movie. We hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my homeboy, after hanging out, after a half an hour of him trying to get the girl, she tells him, she's like, you know, he gets up and leaves because, you know, she's not with it. So she walks up to me, and it's like 11:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? She walks up to me, and it's as if to ask me specifically for snoo. She walks up to me, grabs me, you know what I'm saying, and pulls me in, you know what I'm saying, to meet my happy place at her happy place, right? Basically to let me know that you qualify for snoo, that I've qualified, I've passed all of her shit tests, all of her fluflametry, all of her bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And one of the tests you have to pass with women is by not hitting the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because females will do everything to deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've passed all of her shit tests and shit. I've shown great emotional freaking, you know, balance and emotional, you know, intelligence in her goofy, shitty situations. She's tried to get me beaten up twice. You know what I'm saying? She tried to get me jumped at the bar, not including the other 2 fights she tried to get me in. She's tried everything to fuck up my vibe. And since none of it worked, and my end result was just to throw the goofy bitch back to the streets, now she's like, oh, he must be a man of value. So now she's back at the crib offering me the cheeks. And it's at this point that I let her know, nah, I'm good. You know, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm all the way good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want none of what you got. And she's just like, wait, so hey, let's cuddle. And I'm like, I got work in the morning. So I'm not gonna. I got work in the morning. But hey, look on the bright side. Call your own Uber. You're a man, ain't you? You know what I'm saying? Freaking masculine ass females, man. For real. Yo. Hey, appreciate the compliment, Brody. Yo. Oh. Hey, look, it's Philip. We got another one. Hey, appreciate the compliment, Philip. You know what I'm saying? We've got another dude that has a crush on me and unfortunately is of the Helga Pataki variety. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, bro. Dude, so yo, type of one in the chat if when you were ever in grade school, you know what I'm saying, when you were like 8 or 9 or really, really young, you had somebody get a crush on you and try to be mean to you in order to get some attention from you. Like that's gonna make you like them back. Like, what are we, 7? You know what I'm saying? Type of 2 in the chat if you've never had somebody try to be mean to you in order to get you to like them back. That never works. Never works. You can't name a time it worked. You can't. If you meet someone and you're mean to them immediately, it's not how that works. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? So, type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of when a girl tried to frame me for pregnancy. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys that story. You know what I'm saying? Super chatters get to choose what stories we tell, you know what I'm saying? And if you guys have a crazy question or something that you guys want to just tell to me, if you super chat it through, you know what I'm saying? If you super chat directly through my tip jar, you know what I'm saying? And then say in the message what you want me to say, I got you. Or if you want it up on the main screen, you know what I'm saying? Super chat is it's the link that's directly pinned in the comment section. For real, for real. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I was, so type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of the girl I dated that cheated on me and got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And then tried to get me to take care of the baby. Motherfucker. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of the woman that pretty much punched me in my face in front of everybody at Magic Mountain. You know what I mean? Yeah. For real, for real. So yo, 1s and 2s in the chat, man. 1s and 2s in the chat. Okay. We got 1 for the chick that got pregnant on me. We got 2. Okay, so right now we are tied. You know what I'm saying? Neck and neck. Oh, we got 3 2s, 3 1s. Yo, W's in the chat to James Haven. Yo, have I been on Blind Date ever? I've watched Blind Date before, but I've never been on Blind Date. Yo, guys, type in the chat, what's you guys' favorite dating show? Okay, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? If we reach the next super chat milestone, which is 50 in super chat before I end the next story, you know what I'm saying? I'll stay for another hour and tell you guys more stories. You know what I'm saying? Either that or I'll go run some errands. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, so with that being said, based on you guys' chats, you guys want to hear the story about when I All right, so you guys want to hear the story based on when I was dating that girl and she got pregnant. That's what it seems like. So, I was dating this girl. You know what I'm saying? We have been dating for like, let's say like 5 years, right? So me and this girl been dating for like 5 years. And, you know, one day she come over to my crib and she's like, yo, I really want to mess around. And I hadn't seen her in like 2 years. And she was drop dead gorgeous. So I'm like, okay, we can hang out, we can do stuff. So she's like, oh, okay, cool. So she comes through, you know what I'm saying? Like takes off her clothes. You know what I mean? We watch Amazon together. You know what I'm saying? She comes over, we watch Amazon together. You know what I'm saying? Now, halfway through watching Amazon, she tells me, she's like, yo, take off your password protection. And I'm like, I'm not taking off my password protection. And she's like, no, for real, like take off your password protection. I want to see what Amazon is like when it's not password protected. And I'm like, I'm not taking off my password protection, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We've been dating for 5 years, but you ain't faithful, bitch. Like, what the hell? So she's like, so you're really not, so she's like, so she doesn't say nothing. And we keep on watching Amazon. So with that being said, then baby girl looks at me and she's like, yo, like literally 5-10 minutes later, she's like, yo, I really want you to take off your password protection. And I'm like, I'm not taking off my Amazon password protection. She's like, no, I'm dead serious. I really I need for you to take, I really, really, really want for you to take off your password protection. Please do it for me. I wanna see what the real Amazon is like without it when it's not password protected. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that shit. So she stops me, right? She literally stops me. She's like, yo, I'm serious. I want you to take it off now. I'm serious. And I look at her and let her know I'm serious. So I'm like, I'm seriously not taking this off. I haven't not worn password protection in like 13 years. I've not watched Amazon without, having password protection for like 13 years. I'm not taking shit off. And it's actually a red flag that she was asking me to take it off. So, because I've seen stories on World Star Hip Hop where dudes will smash chicks raw, she would give him what he had, what she has, give him what she has, so that now he has to be with her. Because he can't go nowhere else, they have the same disease. I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright, so my mic's getting bad. Alright, so crispy noises. So type of 1 in the chat if the audio is better now. Type of 2 in the chat if the audio is not better. You know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat if the audio is better now. Type of 2 in the chat if the audio is not better. Really? Alright, you guys. Well, guess we got to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? My bad, guys. I want to stay for longer. Story's just not getting good. But, yeah. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Stay up. Have a great day. Appreciate all my super chatters. W's in the chat. W's in the chat to James Haven. W's in the chat to Dylan, who is our #1 super chatter of the stream with 2,800 points. W's in the chat to Monarch with 575 points. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay up. You know what I'm saying? Twisms. Yeah.